guys, so I'm Maria from another book thought. I'm here. This is my first video on YouTube. Um, and yeah, I thought I was gonna do the BookTube Newbie Tag. I think this is the best way for you to get to know me. Nobody tagged me, but yeah, I'm here to do that one. Let's see. Let's go for the first questions. Is why did you start your YouTube channel? Okay. So around 4 years ago, I wasn't in a very well mental health space, and honestly, I couldn't read, I couldn't focus, which is something I want to talk about more in this channel. Um, and I found that BookTube gave me this way of living through the booktubers indirectly on seeing them doing what I couldn't do, but living through them, and they really did help me in my recovery. At that time, it was only the OGs, Simon and Mercedes. I'll link their channels below. I'm hoping to do a booktube a favorite video soon if you're interested. And then this new, younger, more literary fiction oriented channels that started coming last year, and I was so excited. The Booktube Hotties, I link their channels. And lastly, Rebecca Eats Books, which she just got 1K, so congrats. And I started talking to her through Instagram, and yeah, she and Ben Green have been the last drop for me to also try to be part of the conversation. I've been wanting to do this for 3 years, but yeah, I'm camera shy, so let's see how this goes. What are some new and unique things you can bring to YouTube? So I think that, as you can see from my beautiful accent, I am not American or English. I live in Spain, and my family is Iranian. So I've lived in America for a couple of years, like 3 years ago. But really, my background is Spanish and Iranian. So that leaks into the way I read. I like own voices. I like different cultures. And I can do a much more critical reading, I think, because of that background. And then also we have the mental health part, which is something I struggle with every day and talk openly. I also study psychology, so I come from both sides, and I struggle with chronic illness. So all of that, it gives me a different way of my day to day. Maybe the vlogs will be interesting. I can show you Madrid, and yeah, if not, just a weird accent, I guess. What are you most excited about this channel? I am just so excited to be able to meet people. I don't have any readers in my life, in my personal life. Nobody really reads in Spain as much as somewhere else, and if they do, it's not English, probably because it's not a very talked language here. And yeah, that makes me feel quite isolated. So I really want to connect and just be able to get book recommendations and be part of a community, and yeah, feel a little less isolated, I guess. What Okay, next one. What book or series got you into reading? So I have both books and I have series. I'm more excited about the books, but I've pulled some. I think my number one actually was one called Alice World, which was a series that I don't know if a lot of people know. It's by, I have it here, Karen McCombie. If I can, I do the picture here. I'm still in the editing learning process. But two books that really impacted. One was Stargirl. It's by Jerry Spinelli, and I even have a tattoo on this. It's about the misfit going into high school, and I just felt so seen, which I love in books. Then another person I loved reading was Jacqueline Wilson. I think these two have really done my love for character-driven stories. Alice World too. Then series that are more common, I'm hoping this is the first time and last time mentioned, is Harry Potter, which I really did get me into reading. And I have to admit, I am nearly 30, so Twilight was when I was teenager, and yeah, I've read Twilight. So that's another fact about me, which I shouldn't be saying on the internet, but where do you read? So my ideal setting of reading is in a terrace, at a bar, with a wine, but I haven't been able to do that as much because of the COVID. So that's my ideal place. But really, in reality, where I read is Madrid. Is you go everywhere with public transport. So yeah, you walk or public transport. Public transport, I do my reading. Walking, I do my audiobooks, which I use a lot because of my illnesses. I struggle a lot with focus sometimes and brain fog. That's another video I can talk about, audiobook recommendations. And yeah, I also have a lot of doctor appointments, so I've been an avid reader in waiting rooms. Yeah, that's about the places. If I'm at home, probably the sofa. I'm not a bed reader, or I'll be knitting and audiobooking, or yeah. So I did, where do you read and what kind of books do you read, which would be the last question. And for that one, I am going back to Rebecca and stealing from her the showing of some of the books that are my favorites, but they're not all of them. They're the ones that I have in physical mostly, but yeah. Right now, if I had to choose what I like reading, are probably, as I said, character-driven stories that are very well written. And for that part, I love the books also. Saltwater, which was recommended to me, I had it on my TBR and I jumped to it after Hannah from Let's Talk About Books Baby, which I also link, told me to prioritize, and I am so grateful because it's been one of my favorite books. I won't talk about it, as I said, but just a little bit. It's written in a very, very lyrical, just small paragraphs, and very, it doesn't have a timeline, which I like. I like a lot my books to play with form. And with that one, well, this one, it's autobiographical also, I believe, so I really like that in my novels. Then I really like this one, which also Hannah, she has great taste, as you see. This one also plays with form. It has very small chapters, as you can see. But yeah, I'll talk about this more. This deals with mental illness too, which I really enjoy in fiction when it's treated well. And one of my favorite authors would be Deborah Levy. I love this book, Hot Milk. Hot Milk and Convenience Store Woman actually got me out of, well, Convenience Store Woman is not by Murata, not the Levy. I put a picture there. These two got me out of my reading slump after years. So yeah, I'm very grateful. Then another kind of form I really like is, I really like thought-provoking and being in the mind of the character. So I read a lot of Stream of Consciousness, which I have a lot of recommendations, but the one that I mostly recommend as the first one it's a polarizing book, but it also deals with important the Irish conflicts and everything, is Milkman. It is a quite dense book, but yeah, I truly recommend this one. I've read a couple of very interesting new ones this year, so yeah, if you would like a video of that form, stream of consciousness and just unique form books, let me know. Then we pass on to another category, which is nonfiction. And in my nonfiction, I usually really enjoy reading memoirs that are also written in different forms. Everybody, I think, has read or should read Carmen Maria Machado, and I've really enjoyed Heartberries by Therese Marie Melhot recently. And yeah, this deals with abuse, both of them, but this one a little bit more mental illness, and it's just very well written, and it's heartbreaking, both of them. Yeah, so these two as memoirs, which I do a more precise video if you want on memoirs too. And lastly, I've been a lot into essays. I just finished, actually, as a buddy read with Rebecca Rachel Cusk's Coventry, and I loved it. I'll do a review on that one. And I think this year wouldn't be really considered if I didn't say Blueberries by Elena Savage. I've raved about this book to everybody. I don't know if to the point that Rebecca, for example, has done it, but I even have this is bad, but I even have the US cover edition. I loved it. I still have a couple I need to revisit because brain fog didn't let me really take everything I wanted from it, but it's about life. I can't say anything. She's very intelligent, and yeah, as I really recommend her. And most of all, there's a lot more Otessa Moshfegh with Death in Her Hands, and I just really like character driven. I like female authors mostly, but I do have a diverse kind of, I look for countries, I look for race, I look for class. I like diversifying sexuality, anything. I just want to learn through books. So that's a little bit my rambles. If you think you like this channel, which also books can offer a little bit of fashion and music, as that was my job before I started studying psychology, you're welcome to stick around. And yeah, I'm very, very excited. I newly opened an Instagram account 1 month ago, and I talk a lot of musings on mental health and book reviews and challenges. So if you want to check it out, I'll link everything below. And yeah, I'm just, if you've made it till here, thank you. And hopefully this didn't suck that much. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you soon probably. Bye.